Rock plantings. Almost every bonsai enthusiast will have at least one tree planted over a rock. They make a fascinating addition to one's collection and can also be made relatively cheaply. Again, weeping fig or Java willow is ideal for this purpose. Don't forget that its cousins in the jungle were the ones that grew over and conquered the constructions of man, such as ancient temples. It can be seen in pictures that banyan trees readily grow over large rocks and buildings, etc. Their roots extend rapidly down to the ground, forming fascinating patterns where they intertwine. Whatever variety of tree you decide to use for your rock planting, it must have roots that are long enough to extend down the sides of your chosen rock. Make up a mixture of 50% loam and 50% peat. Thoroughly wet this until it becomes a glutinous mud. Smear a layer of this over the rock where your tree will straddle it. Very carefully tease out and wash the roots of your tree. This should be done as quickly as possible to avoid disturbing the tree more than necessary. Separate the roots and place your tree on the rock. Gently guide the roots down the sides of the rock, following the natural crevices that exist in it. Press them gently but firmly into the mud. Smear another layer about 6 mm over the roots. The whole should then be covered in a layer of sphagnum moss. The lower ends of the roots are planted in the normal compost contained in your pot. The semi-exposed roots should now be covered in a film of clear plastic which is tied securely into place. Apart from pruning, your new rock planting should be left undisturbed for a year. After this time, you can remove the plastic and the normal action of watering will slowly carve away the compost that is covering the roots. Next, we should talk about pests and diseases, fertilizer, and watering the bonsai. Thank you very much for listening. Shukran lak.